Max School Prep TV. Today what we're going to be discussing is one of my favorite topics that I'm super duper passionate about. And I know you're probably like, Mackenzie, you're passionate about everything. But trust me, what we're going to be talking about in today's video is one of my favorite things to share. And what we're actually going to be delving into is friendship and the type of people you should be surrounding yourself with in order to set yourself up for success. Before we go ahead and get into the content, I just want to introduce myself as Mackenzie Warren. I'm the founder of Max School Prep, and my mission is to do everything in my power to make sure that you have everything you need to put your best foot forward in the classroom. Without further ado, I just want to give you a friendly reminder to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also hit the notification bell so that you can stay in the loop with everything that I have to offer. And on that note, it's time, let's get it. So, I've mentioned this before, Max School Prep isn't just meant to provide you with the blueprint to how to take advantage of your education. Max School Prep was also designed to give me a forum to positively touch the lives of students like you who want to achieve academic success. And it also gives me a forum to serve as a source of inspiration and empowerment that encourages students like you to dream big, maximize your potential, be a leader, embody the change that you want to see, and recognize all the incredible things that you are capable of. For this reason, today's video topic is so important, especially since the information that I'm going to be sharing with you is so often taken for granted. On that note, I'd like to start off by having you do a simple little exercise. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes and imagine a typical day hanging out with your best buddies, whether that be at the store, at the park, at the movies, in a mall, in a swimming pool, during lunch, when you're eating in the cafeteria. You get the point. Now go ahead and open your eyes, and keeping that thought of you hanging out with your buddies at the forefront of your mind, I want you to try to wrap your head around a quote by American motivational speaker Jim Rohn that goes a little something like this: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And look, I totally get it. That quote is a lot to process and a lot to digest. So I wouldn't be surprised if after hearing it that first time, your immediate reaction is, whoa, Mackenzie, things just got way too deep, way too quickly. What do you mean I'm the average of the 5 people I spend the most time with? To help you better understand Jim Rohn's quote and the reason that we are who we hang out with, I want to go ahead and give you another way to think about it. It's no secret that humans need humans. We all long for intimate connections and tight-knit relationships out of a need to feel loved and as though we belong to a community. With that said, our close pals will inevitably carry importance because as people we seek both acceptance and approval from, they play a huge role in the plans we make, the goals we have, the action we take, and the vision we have for our futures. Let's be real here. If you're constantly in the presence of super fit people who place a premium on working out and eating healthily, you'll inevitably aspire to be more active and get into better shape. However, if you're always hanging around individuals who really enjoy eating yet are super lazy when it comes to taking care of their bodies, staying lean and mean, and counteracting food intake with exercise, then you naturally won't pay a second mind to overindulging in sweets, sugars, and carbs. With that said, the bottom line is this, and to be honest, this statement I'm about to say might just be the single most important line of this entire video, so you better pay attention. When you surround yourself with movers and shakers, goal setters, high achievers, and really just people who are always striving to take action, perform at a high level, and make valuable contributions, then you will have examples to emulate, examples that incentivize you to be more ambitious and that contribute to your becoming an even happier person. In this situation, your friends who are pursuing their passions and doing amazing things with their lives to realize their purposes will be great role models who you will look up to as a reminder that your true potential really is limitless and that no dream or aspiration that you may have is unattainable or out of reach as long as you work hard and are truly committed to the task. In other words, if you are surrounded by people who have made it or are on the road to making it, then you will actually start to demonstrate an increased level of self-discipline and self-accountability because you'll know in your heart of hearts that there is no reason that you shouldn't be able to make it as well. So what does all this mean, you might be wondering? Well, the the point that I'm trying to get at is if you want to take steps towards changing your life and becoming a better version of yourself, a you 2.0 if you will, then the first challenge you have to be up for is evaluating the types of people you call friends. To reach your goals and make your dreams a reality, you really have no choice but to now ask yourself whether you're surrounding yourself with positive or negative influences. After answering that question, which I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely gonna require some introspection. If you end up arriving at the conclusion that the people you frequently hang out with aren't benefiting your character, then I hate to break it to you and be the bearer of bad news, but really, it's time to change the people you call friends. I mean, let's be logical about this, shall we? If we want to experience professional success, then why would we do something that's not in our best interest by allowing ourselves to be surrounded and impacted by people who have no desire to go to college and truly make something of themselves? In all honesty, you owe it to yourself to completely cut ties with the people who are holding you back because they're settling for the status quo is consequently keeping you complacent with just being average. Look, I'm just trying to tell you that you need to come to terms with a simple principle of life that being the most successful or the smartest person in a room of people who have settled for the status quo is not going to do you any good, because think about it, you have no reason to become better or to elevate yourself to a higher level. Now, once you've cut ties with the people who aren't forcing you to be the best version of yourself, I'm not saying you just need to be friendless. Instead, I'm saying you need to replace those people with new individuals who are truly in your corner and have your best interests at heart because they sincerely want to see you thriving, they are genuinely advocating for your success, and they are constantly contributing to an atmosphere of positivity and motivation. Now, because I'm always going to be a straight shooter with you, if I had to give you the silver bullet when it comes to being selective about who you let your guard down with and who you award the power to influence you, I really think that it always boils down to truly knowing the type of person that you want to be. If you know that, then everything else is going to come easy and is going to fall into place because you'll know that you should be surrounding yourself with good company that inspires and motivates you to become the person you aspire to be by embodying the characteristics that you value and by sharing those same core goals and virtues that you emphasize. So how do we even apply all of this information to an academic setting, you might ask? Well, if you want to put your best foot forward in the classroom, you need to have friends who also enjoy learning and who also prioritize studying and academics. I mean, just think about it. If you're constantly putting yourself in a social environment in which all the people are talking about is how pointless school is and how it's such a good use of time to go to parties, then you're inevitably going to start entertaining that ignorance and consequently get sidetracked from your main goal of making straight A's and excelling in high school. Alrighty, look, I admit I know I've given you a lot of information to process and to think about, but let's go ahead and do a short recap of all the things that you should be looking for in a friend so that you can ultimately lead the life of purpose and impact that you want and that will also make you happy. Number one, a true friend shares the same core goals and values with you. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that y'all have to agree on who the next presidential nominee should be, but the bottom line is that you guys should both acknowledge the importance of getting a good education, doing well in school, being successful in the classroom, and other things of the like. Number two is a true friend isn't a voice of gossip, discouragement, judgment, or pessimism, but instead is a force of endless support, love, aid, respect, acceptance, and constructive criticism because they sincerely believe in you, want the best for you, and want to invest in your success. Number three is a true friend doesn't put you down, hold you back, enable you to continue bad habits, extinguish your passion and confidence, or drain you of your gusto, energy, zeal, and enthusiasm. Number four is a true friend is someone who grows personally, mentally, and spiritually from just being around you while simultaneously being someone who you also grow personally, mentally, and spiritually from being around. Number five is a true friend is someone who you wholeheartedly admire and look up to as a positive role model because they're constantly pushing you in an encouraging way to perform better and to also pursue your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, and your plans. And finally, last but not least, number six, a true friend is one of your biggest cheerleaders, meaning they inspire you, empower you, encourage you, motivate you, and uplift you. Now, on that note, the last recommendation I want to leave you with as we go ahead and wrap wrap up this video is that you must be super careful and super selective about the people who you allow into your life and the people who you choose to cultivate a relationship with. Because as this video goes to show, the friends you surround yourself with truly have the power to make or break you. And remember, if you ever find yourself veering off course or getting a little shaky or not sticking to the principles of this video, all you have to do is ask yourself one simple thing, and that is whether you're soaring with the majestic eagles or simply flying with sparrows. And with that said, I want to go ahead and encourage you now to give this video a thumbs up if you didn't do it at the beginning, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a beat. Alrighty, I will certainly be seeing you very soon. Bye!